Call this meeting to order. The Town of Florida Stormwater Management Board. Please rise and follow and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Karen, would you call the roll, please?
Bill?
Here.
Mitch?
Here.
Eric?
Eric's not here. He's delayed, but he should be here before we finish. Move on to, I look for a motion to approve the minutes of the June 24th meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion. Were there any questions or corrections? Seeing none, I would, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes approved. I look for a motion to approve the accounts payable claim docket.
I'll make that motion.
The motion, I'll second the motion. Is there any questions regarding any of the claims on the docket? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to the treasurer's report.
Yeah, so the beginning balance for the month is $1,097,445.14. The revenue month to date is $2,820.59. Dispersed month to date is $2,595.23, leaving a current balance of $1,097,670.50.
Thank you. Mike, is there anything on the MS4 permit update or anything?
Not this time.
Public comment, is there anybody who'd like to bring something to front of the board? Yeah, nobody here today, Jennifer. Nobody wants to talk to us today. Okay, we'll close public comment and move on to reports by Michael Berry.
Okay, Tammy and I are still going through the GIS map. We had a conference call with Butler Fairman as far as updates to it go. I started on a new ordinance. I don't have that ready yet, so I'll have that ready in the next week or two, a draft, so we can talk about how we want to build things. North Bailey, we had pre-con meetings July 10th. I asked him for updated pricing on the paving, and I talked to him this morning. They still haven't got a second price, so they're trying to get a second price that's lower than the one we had. They were waiting for 3 structures to be built. Again, as of this morning, they think it's gonna be first week of August that those will be ready. I asked him to get me a better date so we can give the people at least a week's notice before we start on that project. And then I put in the email, they're gonna start on the north end, work their way backwards. So they think it's about a 2-month project. They're also gonna locate the force main on Waverly Road by looking a charge to it, and they have equipment to find that. So that's all good. Carlson Corners
Wasn't that one just,
is one more change order.
no, but wasn't that force main just for, the force main?
The force main, we never found it, yeah, so
Okay, I was
they're
thinking-
gonna put a charge on it, we'll be able to locate the pipe.
Never mind, I was thinking about
Oh, it's
the
okay.
water main, but, yeah.
Carlson Corners, I have the contract here for signature. Tree removals, August 4th and 5th, and then golf will start right after that. We still have to set up a pre-con meeting. I'll call them tomorrow, and we'll get that set up. And then we'll get notifications out for the road closures while work's going on, so everybody knows about that. I did get a task order this afternoon, which I was trying to forward to everybody, for the construction services. I had a meeting with Great Lakes Engineering, and I said, I just want a minimal contract, so they sent me a not to exceed $10,530, and they broke it down into project management, administrative, site visit, shop drawings, and some engineering, which I thought was pretty reasonable. Carlson Corners is a pretty straight shot of pipe. There's not a lot of testing required. There's a little bit of testing required on North Bailey for concrete, and they basically are fairly similar. One's just longer than the other one. So Great Lakes price is less than, it's almost a third of what Global's was, although Global's not thinking they're gonna hit the 28 grand we have for the other one, but I thought the price was pretty good for 10,530.
But they have 36 hours on site visits. I mean, that's,
Yeah, and it's if we call them, so I figure this is gonna be a lot lower, because I told them, don't come out unless I call you. So
So
the
this
only
is-
time they're gonna need to come out is for pay app, and there's probably only gonna be one.
right.
So probably just have one pay app, so I don't think we're gonna be anywhere near that, but they wanted to put in there what they thought the max would be and make it a not to exceed, because that's what I told them I wanted, so I would think maybe they'd probably be closer to 6 grand tops on this thing, based on what we need, so I just had them draft it that way, but if we can get that approved, then I can get that back to them before we start the project. I just don't foresee them hitting that number, because they're not coming out unless I ask them to. It's pretty easy, you can drive by and do the inspections.
So we'll, like you said, this is a not to exceed number, so we should come in.
Yeah. All of their task orders have been not to exceed, and I guess you wouldn't really know this, but 2 of them they've exceeded and they can't charge us for it. So that's already happened a couple times on the drafting,
Right.
but I don't think they're gonna be close to this one.
And then, like on their, Mike, on their, they get shop drawings in there. What is,
Shop drawings are the manholes, pipes, and inlets, so they have to review those, which doesn't take very much time before we can proceed with instruction of those items. So that's all the shop drawings are. They're all the structures, which it's typical what we do on this. But there's no testing, like I said, there's no concrete or anything like that.
right. And then professional engineering, I mean, I thought we're all engineered out already. I thought, that's why I'm just
Yeah,
kind of.
that's probably not gonna get used much.
Yeah, it just seems, like we're paying for stuff we already paid for or something. I mean,
Yeah, that's the way he broke it down, but it's really just inspection, shop drawings, review the pay apps. That's pretty much the whole thing.
All right. Now I look for a motion to approve task 2025.07.22.
Dash 2,
Dash.
yeah.
Is it supposed to be dash or?
Yeah, 25-2, yep.
25-2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right,
I
I'll
was
make
just
that
reading,
motion.
okay. All right. I make a motion, I'll second the motion. Any, do you have any questions, Sonny?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, hopefully, yeah, we come in a lot less than what they're.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Ditto.
All right, all in favor of approval of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's approved.
I asked them, I think I talked about it before, but I asked them for a task order for Hunter's Glen to overlay the easement on an aerial photo, but I didn't get that yet, so when I get it, I'll forward it to you guys. And I got one complaint for 1509 Birch Street, and I went and looked at that. I have to do a little more research on it, but it's a low spot on Birch Street, and there's nowhere for the water to go. It sits in a lady's yard, so,
Where's that?
right off Nolke. So if you go down Second Street in is Birch, if you turn onto Birch, there's a house on the corner, it's the next house over, and there's just a spot everything goes to, and doesn't have where to go. So I don't know if it was supposed to go across the street or not, but
Is there a ditch in front of the house, or is it?
it just sits there, yeah. You can't miss it. It's just real obviously low, nowhere for the water. So all the water coming south to north on Birch drains to this lady's yard and stops. But I'll get some more information on that one. That's all I got for updates.
Birch or Burke?
1509 Birch.
Did she say how long that's been going on for? Is it just
Long time.
a long time?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just been there since she moved in,
All right.
several years.
And what was the start date for, Justin's tree service?
They're gonna do the trees on the 4th and 5th, Monday and Tuesday of August. And then Goff's gonna start after that. And it's the same thing, when the trees are being taken down, we're gonna put road closed up, so
Right.
faster, cheaper, safer.
And then golf's gonna start on,
Probably on the 6th, but we have to have a pre-con meeting to make sure they have all their stuff first.
so we don't have a hard date yet for.
Yeah, I should have that within if not by the end of the week, early next week.
Okay.
Except for Carson Corner.
All right, you wanna move on to old business, small project quotes?
Okay, I sent out, I split them up into two because we had so many and I wanted to keep it under 150 grand so we could do quotes. So for the first batch, and the second batch isn't as time sensitive, so the first batch, we had 3 catch basin repairs. One's across the street with all the barricades up, 50 Francis Street. One's at 115 Michigan, which is right where Pleasant meets it, and that's collapsed and that's got a cone on it. And the other one is the 101 North Waverly Road, where we have a loose grate that's been banging around. You probably hit it with your car for a while. So those were item 1. Item 2 was 20th Street, where Great Lakes had done the plans to redo the drainage on 20th Street. And I wanted to get that done before we pave it, because we're gonna pave that in middle to late August. That was to remove and replace driveway aprons, replace the culvert pipes and regrade the swales, because that road doesn't drain very well. Third, I had 1111 Vine Street, which is the gentleman that needed his ditch restored. And then last, I put in Detroit Road right away. There's no ditch there. And since we're doing North Bailey, which is gonna pick up all the water, I wanted to put that in there so we have a continuous ditch on that side of the road. It stops, all the drainage stops at that right of way because it goes straight across, and then all the new Markovich houses continue the ditch. So I added that one in there. Send it out to 7 different contractors. We got 4 quotes. 3 of them are really close. The low quote is Goff Inc., who's also doing Carlson Corners, and their total was $92,052, which I was very pleased with. Went through all the quotes, checked everything in them, and I had them break them down by project. So if we determine we don't want to do them all, and you want to knock something off, we could do that. But definitely need to get the 2 catch basins, well, all 3 catch basins fixed, and the ditch that we promised the gentleman we would regrade.
Right, those have been on our radar.
They've been
for-
on here a
well,
while, yeah,
And
so
the,
I'm.
the thing across the street needs to get fixed, right?
Yeah, so those gotta get done right away. Detroit Road, I'd like to do, like I said, so we have a continuous drain. And
So I'm-
20th Street.
I don't remember talking about Detroit Road though, Mike, I'm a little confused on that one.
I added that one because we've been getting complaints about it. So I put that in there.
Detroit Road
just-
was
just to
mentioned in the
continue
minutes
that.
from
Right.
last meeting.
I asked Jamie about it and they said they don't have the equipment to dig it.
So where's the ditch, on the west side or the east side?
That's on the west side of the road. So it's right across from, Jelm, I think it is. There's just no ditch. So as you're going north, there's a big ditch, then there's dirt, then there's nothing for the right of way, and then the ditch starts on the other side where the new houses are. So that'll allow the drainage to continue all the way up through there, because right now it's backing up in front of somebody's house and then coming over sideways and spilling out, it's making a mess. There's no, and it's not Mr. Markovich's job to fix our right of way, so we have to put something in there, get it across. I'm just gonna put an open ditch in there, that's all.
To get it across,
To get it from that property across the right of way.
what do you mean, the right of way?
There's an east-west right-of-way for Detroit Road where there's no road. So there's just 50 feet of dirt blocking the ditch, and there's no ditch.
So Detroit Road
It doesn't exist, yeah.
it doesn't exist, it only goes from
Yeah.
Canokie south, right? A half a block?
It goes east-west, but there's no road. So the houses that are on Detroit Road are at the end of the Birch, Ash, Cedar. They have Detroit Road
Oh, I'm
address.
confused,
Yeah,
what street is by Markovich's property? That's Ash?
that's Ash, yeah.
Okay, so Detroit,
So it runs east-west from Waverly Road all the way to Clark Street. But there's no road, there's just a right-of-way. Just a bunch of trees and a big pile of dirt blocking the ditch, so we don't have any way to get the drainage across there.
so. Detroit's not, it's not even showing up here on the map, that's why I'm kinda,
Oh.
is there anybody's house on Detroit Street?
There's a bunch of houses with Detroit addresses, but they're at the end of this dead-end street.
They're at the end of Birch, right?
Yeah, end of Birch, end of Ash, end of Cedar, end of Clark. Yeah, all those houses have Detroit Road addresses, but there's no road.
End of Canokie, or is that's Canokie, looks
Yeah,
like.
Pinocchio's parallel to it.
Right, but it looks like it, well, this map showing it.
I can show you on the map if you want. If you got it up there.
Well, this is just
Yeah, I know
Google
where-
Maps, but it's not showing.
Yeah, I can show you where it's at. It's right at the end of Jelm, so it would have continued Jelm. So the water comes.
Right, because I know if you come down Birch, this house,
Can you hit aerial on that? Like an aerial?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't either.
You can
But
go to Google Maps, might be
it
better.
would, it comes up here, stops, and then there's 50 feet of dirt.
Blocking all the drainage.
I don't have Google
I
Maps.
just
in
thought
here?
of that, I'd put it up. But that's what that one is.
So we're just making a ditch.
Just making a ditch, just an open ditch. It's 50 feet across and then blanket and seed, that's all. All we put in there. And Corinne had sent, I didn't print it, but she'd sent a few weeks ago, she sent an update on the budget as though.
Right, that was a while ago, and I
Yeah.
don't think I saved it,
So
but,
well, we've got a little bit more money in there, but, we had, I wanna say like 300 grand left over. So after this, I have a round two, but I was not going to put that out until we have enough funding. So round two is, just so you know,
yeah, so she shows after we do the, North Bailey project,
in Carlson.
she has 4,700 for Hunter's Glen, Carlson Corners, and, so we're actually, the tree removal, she had 20,000, it actually came in a lot less.
Yeah, it was 13.
13,
Yeah.
so, but it still only leaves us, about $300,000.
Right, yeah. So for round two, I put First Street, which GLE drew, Hunter's Glen, which GLE drew, West Burwell, which they had done drawings for. And then I have two, one on Port Cove, there's a pipe issue that we can't repair in-house. One on Portage Ave, and then Francis Street, 440, we're still trying to figure out a way to get the water out of there so it doesn't go in that guy's yard and basement. But I put those on round two whenever we do that. That might be spring for all I know. But we'll figure that out. But that still leaves us a couple $100,000 in there for a cushion. And we'll start building up funds again, so. But like I said, it's pretty Eric. Like I said, I thought it was pretty good with the three quotes that were pretty close together. As far as that goes.
So Eric, we approved the engineering costs for inspection
Carlson's.
engineering,
Yep.
not
saw
to
that.
exceed $10,530 for
That
Carlson
works.
Corners.
Yep.
Now we're going over small projects, and we're just reviewing, we're talking,
Sounds good. I've looked at them. Appreciate it.
And I was just saying, we got four good quotes, and we're just going over each project. So Detroit Road, you drive by it more than anybody, but that's the blank right away where the ditch stops. So I had added that so that we can.
And that's because
have
that's the
drainage
town's,
all the way through to North Bailey's tie-in.
because the town owns
We own the
the
right of way, it's our
right of way, so.
Yeah.
what
It's
did,
just an open ditch.
what did D&M and M. Davis do that they just combined?
Yeah, the first three, they combined those first three together, so they lumped them in, all three inlets as one price. That's why I wrote it that way.
They're still higher though, that way,
Yeah.
yeah.
The rest of them, they broke out individually.
Boy, D&M's real high on the ditch on Vine Street.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I saw there was some pretty wild, variations.
Yeah, I was just happy they were all under 150, and I guessed right, so. But I thought Goff's numbers are great, and it's probably because they're over here working on something.
And I
so
think
they
if
give us a
we-
break.
We'll be left with about 140 to 150.
So we have roughly, we're at 300,000, so.
Yeah, after we spend all this.
So
Yeah.
if we were to take golf sets, I mean, it's, yeah, it'll leave us around 2, or a little less than 200.
Yes,
Because from what Corinne updated us before,
especially if we go with
a couple of them were high.
Yep.
So,
And then we can build it back up before we do another.
Right, I don't disagree.
um,
I can make a motion.
what are we doing on 20th Street though with all that? What's
That's,
the scope of
that's,
that?
that one, the culverts are all buried, nothing drains properly over there. And we're gonna pave it, so I was really trying to get this done before we pave it, so we don't mess the
Right.
paving up.
I know we talked about that.
Somebody in the neighborhood, and I don't know who, sort of kind of cut the swales a little bit, so it saves us some money there, because somebody already dug it, but I don't know what they did. Which reminds me, the pond over at Porter Ridge that we've been trying to get for 4 years, I sicked Mike Jabo on it, thank you, and, so he tracked down what's going on with it, but they put it up for tax sale again. So somebody bought it for $25 at the tax sale, so now I gotta wait till October to get it back.
How can they buy it when we can't even get it?
I don't know. I really don't know, I've been sending that.
Well, we should let them buy it and then they have to maintain it.
Hmm?
They have to maintain it.
Yeah, right, I should let them buy it, yeah, tell them to fix it. I know, so I don't know what's going on with that,
Cause they can't do nothing with it, right? They can't.
can't build on, people buy stuff at tax sale blind because they think they're buying a lot, but it's a pond, so.
So then we just send him a thing that he needs to maintain
the
that
water.
pond.
Fix it.
Fix the
Yeah,
fence and everything around it and,
There's a pipe that goes onto 19th Street, out of there, and there's just an inlet that ends at that point. Somebody was trying to develop something in Chesterton, and they asked if they could tie into it, and I said, no. And they, they're
Yep.
trying to tie the properties. They're all 12-inch pipes, they're all sized wrong, and we don't need any more drainage problems in there, so I told them.
There's engineering, we did plans for these.
Yeah, we did plans for
right,
it,
so
Great Lakes
everything-
did draw.
so we don't have any other
Yep.
I
costs.
mean, yeah, we've been spending to get ready for this,
Yep,
Right.
yep,
so.
yep.
Well, you can take over, Eric, you're here, you're the, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it if you wanna,
No, you're good.
no. So what, you wanna approve all of them then? You like that?
I'll make a motion.
You're the president, I'll make.
Can't make it.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2025-1 small projects quote.
I'll second.
From Goff?
Yep, are we
doing
golf?
Motion and second. Do we have any further
Is that
questions?
what we're doing,
Which-
Goff, and then?
Yeah, by Goff.
For the
Okay.
amount of $92,052.
$52. You have any further questions? Nope.
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 All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
So that's still part of, well, you already did reports?
Yeah, I did all of it.
Okay, so old business, new business?
Nothing.
He has one resident at 1509.
Oh, 1509 Birch Street had a drainage complaint. And it's very obvious if you pull up in front of the house what it is. There's nowhere for the water that all runs over there goes. So I looked at it once, but I haven't done anything else.
So where, is that near where Detroit Street is, or no?
Mm-mm. It's right up by Nolke. It's one house off of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have that.
Kind of hard to tell how it used to be and why it got that way, but it doesn't drain anymore.
Do you wanna go walk it?
You don't even have to get out of your car. It's really easy.
I can check it out on my way home.
You can see it.
You don't have, you literally, everything goes like this to one spot.
I kinda wondered when somebody was gonna complain back there, because I've seen a few of those.
Yeah.
Which house is it? Is it the, I'll have to go by and see.
So if you're on Nolke, there's a house on the corner. It's the first house in.
Oh,
It's 1509. Yeah.
Okay. So if we're good.
So the yard between that's 101 Nolke and hers 1509. It's right in between it. It's the dead spot in the grass that's got all the water in it. So
just needs to dig it down, have a pond.
it might be able to be run across the street, but we have to do a little more work.
There's no new business, we adjourn?
Yep.
Right? We adjourn this meeting.